Think it's live. Think it's live now. Right, well, according to my computer, I am live broadcasting the Taking the Swiss World Cup sweepstake. I don't know if it's working. Oh. Yeah, apparently I'm broadcasting the sweepstake live for everyone, which I've never done before. Think it's live. Think it's live now. I'm getting playback sound, so maybe it is. Oh. Is it working now? Is it working? Oh, it's working. Brilliant. All right, here we go. I've got in this bag 8 names for the 8 of us who are doing it. So that's the 8 names. Then in this bag are the 8 best teams, which we'll do last. And then in this bag are the 24 other teams who we each get 3 of. So let's do the names first. First up we have George. So the first team will belong to George. I realise it's hard to read, but that's just my handwriting, but it is George. So George goes first. Second up we have Charlie. So Charlie will go second. Thirdly, we've got James. That's James Harding. So James goes third. Up next we have Perry. Perry will go fourth. Oh dear. Next up we have me, so I'll go fifth. There's Joseph there. Beautiful. And seventh, we've got Joel. So Joel's in seventh. And I believe... Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, that's 6, sorry. So Joel will be 6. In seventh, we've got Deck. And that should leave, hopefully, one name left, which is Jim. So Jim will be in 8th. All right. So, up first, we have the 24 worst teams in the World Cup. So George's first team is, just to show you, going through the whole bag, Ghana, the Black Stars. They were quarter-finalists at the last World Cup. Asamoah Gyan, of course, famously missed that penalty for them, which he probably still regrets to this day after that Suarez handball. Charlie's up next. Some good teams in this group. There's Holland are in there, I think. Italy are in there. England. Speaking of the devil, Charlie gets Holland as his first team. Finalists last time, of course. Tough group, though, with Spain and Ghana, I think, to get through. Too difficult. Or Chile. Chile. Got a message. Yeah. Yes, Jim, you are last. Right. Up next, we've got James's first team. They are not great. Algeria. I'm trying to think of a good Algerian fact. I can't. They've got Riyad Mahrez, the wonderful Leicester winger, in their 30-man squad. Perry's up next. For Perry, we have Australia. Not a wonderful qualification campaign for them. Had to rely on a Joshua Kennedy goal to get them through against not a particularly good team. I can't remember who it was, but so me up next. Ivory Coast, a team well known for underperforming in the big tournaments, but there you go. See how they do this time. See how they go. Right, time for Joel. And Joel has got Switzerland. Switzerland, not one of the most exciting teams, but did beat Spain at the last World Cup. It's got to be taken into account. And have some great young talents in Xherdan Shaqiri and Granit Xhaka. Right, Deck comes up next. And Deck has got Nigeria, another team who seem to struggle at the World Cup, but they are current African champions. That's something to take into account, so could spring a surprise or two. Up next we have Jim's first team, Costa Rica. Not a great start for Jim, not a wonderful team either, Costa Rica. But you know, they could make something happen. They've got Brian Ruiz, who used to play for Fulham, I think, and they've also got Joel Campbell, who scored against Man United, so you never know. In a group with England, of course. So back round, we've got George. He's got the USA, the United States of America. One or two good players. Clint Dempsey's a good player to watch, but I think they're in a group with Ghana, Portugal, and Germany, so a tough one there. Charlie's next team is Greece. Since he got Holland, he probably deserves that. Greece, not a particularly good team. Very defensive, very boring. Very Charlie-esque, actually, in their gritty display. So James's second team will be Bosnia-Herzegovina, a good side. Edin Dzeko in great form. Pjanic from Roma is also a very good young talent. Perry has Honduras, the second least favourite to win the World Cup at 2,500 to 1. Perhaps having Wilson Palacios, that wonderful centre midfielder, will make Perry feel a little bit better, but I doubt it. So it's me up next. And I've got Iran. Carlos Queiroz' Iran, not very good either, but you know, they're proud of getting there, I think, and you know, they might do something. They've got Ashkan Jago who plays for them. Right, up next we have Joel again. Back round to Joel from his second team. Still got some good teams lurking in here. Italy, obviously a good one to get, and Joel's got Japan. Shinji Kagawa's Japan, who were the first team, apart from Brazil, obviously, to qualify for this World Cup. We've got Deck. And Deck's second team is three lines. England, a good chance of maybe making it out of their group, and then possibly Colombia in the next round. So not a bad team. And last but not least, we've got Jim. Possibly hoping for a bit of better than Costa Rica, and he's got Ecuador, the a South American team with a chance, I suppose, of doing well. But you know, even though it's not started brilliantly for Jim, the last round is the Big Eight, so maybe he might end up getting Brazil. Who knows? Right, back round to George. 8 teams left in this part of the draw, and he has got Chile. Chile are a good dark horse team, I'd say, with Sanchez. They lit up Wembley when they came in and beat us 2-1, 2-0 even it might have been. Charlie up next. Holland and Greece so far. What's he going to add to that? Italy, a good draw here for Charlie. Italy are a good side, and one who could reach the final. I mean, they got to the final of the Euro 2012, won the World Cup in 2006. An ageing squad, but still a good team. James Up next, already with the big guns of Algeria and Bosnia. Up next he has Russia. Russia, again, a potential dark horse, good squad, coached by Capello, but unlikely to win, I'd say. But, you know, who knows? South Korea got to semi-final once. Perry, big Perry Stevens up next. One thing to add to the great draw so far for him of Australia and Honduras. We get Cameroon. Cameroon, a possible dark horse there in Group A, I believe, with Brazil, Mexico, and Croatia. Croatia still to come, actually quite a good team. Right, next we have, for me, we have Croatia. Speak of the devil, Croatia are a fairly good team. Luka Modric, obviously a great midfielder, but may well struggle in the South American heat. Joel up next. And Joel has got Uruguay. Uruguay are actually not rated in the top 8 favourites, which is why they're in this part of the draw. So that's probably fair considering Switzerland and Japan as his first two. So we've got Deck up next. Only 2 teams left, of course. And Deck has drawn South Korea, semi-finalist in 2002. Ji Dong-won, famous player from plays for Sunderland at the moment. There's in with a chance of scoring a few maybe. And last but not least for Jim, we have who's left. I don't know. It's Mexico. Mexico, another good side. Usually make it to the round of 16. Not their best qualifying campaign, but there you go. So that's the first part of the draw done. I'll just quickly recap it. So we have George has Ghana, the United States of America, and Chile. Charlie has Holland, Greece, and Italy. James Harding has Algeria, Bosnia, and Russia. Perry's got Australia, Honduras, and Cameroon. I have the Ivory Coast, Iran, and Croatia. Joel has Switzerland, Japan, and Uruguay. Deck has Nigeria, England, and South Korea. And Jim has Costa Rica, Ecuador, and Mexico. Joel probably getting the most desirable team from that draw. Uruguay 28-1. England actually 25-1, surprisingly, and so are Italy. But I would possibly put Uruguay's chances ahead of them. But there you go. We're going on Sky Bet. So here we go. The moment that everyone's been waiting for. The top 8. And thinking about it, to make it perhaps more interesting, we'll redraw the names for the top 8. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Where's that at the 8th one? 7 and 8. Right, so we're going to redraw the names to see which order this one goes in. Make it a little bit more interesting. Right, so going first this time will be Deck. Deck will be first this time. Going second this time will be... Oh, I think it's Perry. It's Perry, second this time. I don't know where my pen is. Perry will be in second this time. In third will be me, Joe in third. In fourth will be Charlie. So Charlie goes into fourth. And fifth will be Joel. Joel being fifth, so almost the same place. Jim is not having a great time at this. In sixth will be George. George goes to sixth. In seventh will be James. So for Jim, it doesn't improve. He stays in eighth. Could of course still get a top two. Could still get Brazil. And there we are, Jim. So Jim stays in eighth. Right. So the teams we have are Brazil, number 1 seed. Argentina, number 2 seed. Spain and Germany are both 3rd and 4th. They're both got the same odds of 11-2. Belgium, interestingly, are seeded 4th for this World Cup. Then, again, interestingly, we have Portugal, 5th favourite for this World Cup, probably Cristiano Ronaldo's form. 7th favourite, France. And sitting nicely in 8th are Colombia. Obviously a wonderful South American team, but a lot depends on Radamel Falcao. So here we go. Right, so first up we have Deck. So Deck will have as his first seed France. Deck's first seed are France. Paul Pogba is obviously one of their star players. Karim Benzema. They had to come through a playoff for the World Cup, but look to be in fairly good form. Up next we have number 2 is Perry. And Perry has got Colombia. So we see that coming first and second doesn't necessarily give you the first and second seeds. Perry gets Colombia. A good team, but perhaps not quite the draw that Perry would have wanted. Me up next in third. And I've got Portugal. Again, hoping Cristiano Ronaldo does me proud there. Right, so still the big teams left. Charlie up next. Still all the big teams left. Charlie has got Germany, possibly the favourite European team. That's Germany for Charlie. Up in 5th will be Joel. Still Brazil and Argentina, the 2 top seeds left. Will one of them go? Yes, they will. Brazil. Joel with Uruguay and Brazil there, possibly be the happiest of all of us. So with 3 people left to draw, George, then James, then Jim. We still have Argentina, Spain, and one other team left. Argentina, Spain. Argentina it is for George. A pretty solid draw for him there. Last but not least, second to last. So will it for James, will it be Spain or will it be Belgium? It's Belgium for James. So last but not least, Jim obviously came last in both the 2 name draws, but ends up with one of the better teams. Reigning world champions, Spain. So that's a draw. So to recap on the draw, George has Ghana, the United States of America, Chile, and reigning, and the team with possibly the best player in the world, Argentina, in Lionel Messi. Charlie has Holland, Greece, Italy, and Germany, a very good draw. James has Algeria, Bosnia, Russia, and his top seed of Belgium. Perry has Australia, Honduras, Cameroon, and his top seed of Colombia. I have the Ivory Coast, Iran, Croatia, and Portugal. Joel has Switzerland, Japan, Uruguay, and Brazil. Deck has Nigeria, England, South Korea, and France. And Jim has Costa Rica, Ecuador, Mexico, and Spain. This will all be up on YouTube, so you can watch it to make sure I didn't do anything dodgy. And I will take a photo and post it into the message of all these so everyone remembers. And I think if all of us give it in, we'll have £5, we'll have £40. So maybe we can discuss this, but maybe £25 goes to the winner, £10 goes to second place, and £5 goes to third place, but we can discuss that later. So there we go. That is the official Taking the Swiss World Cup sweepstake draw.